like that we're over the 49er loss, ready or not. But here we go. I mean, we got to preview this. We got to preview this matchup coming up. We got the San Diego. I mean, Los Angeles Chargers coming up next. Um, Still, I don't know, Harv. I mean, I would like to gather some thoughts. I will share first and foremost. I'm
Go
s-
ahead.
I'm still bummed about our about our about how we got whooped by. We didn't lose. We got whooped on by the San Francisco 49ers. Good luck to them and the rest of their team for the rest of their season. But they look like they're hitting on all cylinders right now, Harv. I mean, we just got outplayed, outcoached. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It was just a mess. It was a debacle, but can't that's all I'm gonna say about it anymore. If you wanna let it go before we bury it and move on to week 6.
No, man, I think we're done. I think we're done with that aspect. Um, I've been looking at a lot of people putting out some news about Mike McCarthy being 20 hours in the lab. I don't know how true that is, but it's coming from a lot of people.
I mean, if he's doing that, that just shows you that he is under a lot of heat right now. I mean, you can actually hear it when you listen to his press conference. They're asking him what is his identity to his offense, and I mean he almost had like almost looked like they stopped him. It looked like he didn't know what to answer at one point. Said Heel 5.0 says, should I trade T Higgins for David Montgomery? Uh,
Huh?
I guess
That's like a no brainer, isn't it?
it's like a fantasy football.
No, I know, but I'm saying, isn't that that's a no brainer, man?
Like you're saying yes.
Yeah, I is he getting David Montgomery?
Well, it says trade T Higgins for David Montgomery. So yeah,
Oh yeah, that's automatic. It's
I mean,
automatic.
I did see that Montgomery is he's on a roll right now. So
Yeah,
I mean, why not? I mean, if you need a running back, shoot, running backs in fantasy are hard to come by, and that is the number one of the more. I don't know if they're number one, but they're one of the more potent offenses right now in the NFL.
yeah, they are.
Hey, take a chance, man. Roll the dice. I think Higgins is out for a while too, right?
Yeah, he had cracked ribs. I don't think he played against the Cardinals.
Well, buenos tacos, my brothers.
And those tackles, I like that.
More applause for Jose. Man. So TB Buck 23, go give him a follow. The names I shout out on TikTok, go give him a follow so he can get 1,000, so we can kind of mash it up and talk football with him. But obviously, he's a Buck fan. He says this week's matchup is not that great for them boys.
Hmm. Hmm. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but Vegas has Cowboys as 2-point favorites. Over
Two
under is
points?
50 and a half.
2 points?
2-point
You
favorite.
said 50 and a half?
That's the over under. Yeah, 50 and a half. I mean, our,
Wow.
our offense has been struggling. I mean, let's just be honest. You know what I mean? Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, right? Jose Pay says, quick question: does Dak limit the offensive playbook? Man, Jose, you're starting to sound like Ramiro, man, and Alex and stuff, man. Uh, shout out to them both. Shoot, I guess I could take that question on first. I think it's a little bit of both, right? Because I think that Dak, you gave him 7 seasons to perfect an offense that he got so used to, he was never introduced to any other offense. So now that you're introducing him to a new offense, I think he's having a little bit of hard transitioning to this, I guess, simplified playbook, which doesn't make no sense. But from what I've come to, like, my conclusion or what I've been able to summarize right now in this moment right now, looking at Dak play football and play quarterback for America's team, Cowboys Nation, is we got the same Dak that we had when he was a rookie, man. The guy that would just take the sack, he didn't know how to get out of pressure. Uh, he didn't know how to get the ball out of his hands quickly. I mean, it's the same thing, but now he could throw the ball, but now you gotta worry about him throwing those picks. I don't know if you want to take a turn, Harf. It's same,
So
same.
to me, I just feel like just watching the film, man, he has regressed. He's not looking at the field correctly. That's number one. And I know a lot of people are not defending Mike McCarthy, but I actually looking at the film, I think he called a pretty good game. Besides running the ball early, I think that's one of the other flaws. And then a couple of plays where I think he ran some bad plays on the short end of the field. But other than that, man, I think he called a good game. Dak just didn't throw it to the open guy. He really didn't.
I mean,
And
we can make
there's a lot of people open, Jerry.
there was. I saw CD. I see why CD Lamb was so frustrated too.
Yeah.
There's a G Medina saying that that or he has a lot to say about us, but he says Dallas is like the drama from a baby mama. Well, I'll tell you this, I don't have no baby mama, so I don't know about what drama that is. But I mean, it's like what it is, what how I love my Dallas Cowboys. Well, then count me out of it, man. Um, Jared Epic Higgins, what game do you think the over on score will hit for week 6? I think if you really want to know that, just study the refs and who's calling the shots
Was
on the
calling the shots.
yeah,
Yeah.
which ref group you got because there's some refs that are right on point. Ram, which is I was telling you, Jose looks it sounds like Ram. He said, "Let's go, Trey Lance," laughing out loud, right? Look at this, Alex, Trey Lance, let's go. I mean, damn, we're already ready to let's go. I think sometimes what is it? 8 years. He's been 8 seasons for the Cowboys now. Monica, hi guys. It's time for Dak and Rush to get out the way. We need new blood. Uh-oh.
Dang, that's 3 in a row.
Real. Josepa, he says his mentals are out of whack and in his own head a lot. You know what? I think you are onto something. You know, I
Yeah.
really do think that maybe perhaps it could go back to last season, right? Because if you look back when Dak got hurt last year, I mean, he felt the pressure from Cooper Rush. I mean, Cooper Rush got a fan base, Harv, like it was crazy, and people were ready to name Cooper Rush a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. I don't know. Can you give me your thoughts on Cooper Rush for a bit?
I think he's a good backup, but I think he's limited and obviously he can't run out of the pocket very well. But at this point, neither can Dak. So I mean, it's like one and 1A maybe. But to me, I got a question not only for you, but everybody. So let's say Mike McCarthy moves Lance as the second quarterback. Do you put more pressure on Dak doing that?
I mean,
Would that cause a stir? Would that be
what's that old saying? I mean, if you put a coal under a lot of pressure, what pops out of it?
popcorn?
I mean, look, pressure's pressure. Good pressure, bad pressure, it doesn't matter. And maybe that's sometimes what people need, man.
Yeah, I just thought of that. That imagine if Mike McCarthy did that.
That would be a statement, Harv. That's not a move. That's a statement. Black Mamba, what's up, fellas? What's going on with Black Mamba?
Uh,
Hey, shout out to TikTok, man. We got some people watching us, man. On
really?
TikTok. Yeah,
Cool.
got a good crowd.
Hey, I'm gonna before we get started, we get into this craziness, right? Because it gets hectic on the Cowboys cast, man. Um, so I want to thank Jerry, our own very own Jerry Martinez.
Uh,
He did a clip on Instagram that's probably gone viral, man. If you guys haven't seen it, it's of Tyler Smith throwing Fred Warner about 5 yards. It's pretty insane. So, hey, listen, if you guys could help us out, look at it, like it, share it, bookmark it. It's a pretty good clip. You guys got to go watch it on Instagram. It's
it's
pretty good.
it's what you get. It's what you get out of the Altoid too. It's funny, right? Because you're looking at it miserably, and then as you're going back, you just see you see Tyler Smith just come out of nowhere and just. I mean, he cement. I mean, he just.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I don't. I think that was like what a what do you call it? A triple stack pancake. I mean, I don't
I
know.
mean, You know what that reminded me of when I saw that? Larry Allen,
I was
man.
gonna say he has the same
I
number.
was just like, "Oh my god, that's Larry Allen, baby Allen."
Hey,
I mean, bro,
he,
good job, Jerry.
I'll,
Give yourself a round of applause, Jerry. Give yourself.
look at that. Now all the haters are getting off. All the 49ers are getting off. TikTok, look, boom, 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 boom. It's on TikTok too. You guys can actually just go. And while you're at it, you're there. Go ahead and go click on the link and give us a sub on YouTube. We're trying to get it 1K. That's the only one. YouTube is the one slacking, man. We need some. We need the love on YouTube, man. We gotta get to 1K. But hey, it was crazy. But I'll tell you this: if Mike McCarthy sees that and you do that to Fred Warner, and you get Tyler Smith on Fred Warner, Harv,
Wear him down, man.
you wear him down. And
Yeah.
that was the one thing. And shout out, right? Because we've been going back and forth with these guys on Instagram. And I think we were live on Instagram.
Yep.
But I will say it's funny, right? Because I even gave a shout out personally. I said, hey man, Fred Warner's a stud, bro. Like I think he's defensive player of the year, man. Like he's playing at that level. And it's just crazy how he has Greenlaw right neck and neck. Man, Fred Warner is very impressive. Where's he from? Out of BYU or where's he from?
BYU.
I
Yeah,
mean,
BYU.
same draft class as Leighton Vanderich. So, hey, on that one, I guess, hey, I know we got our in-house, right? We got geez, I'm so upset with this. I'm still mad with this upset. I'm just pissed about this loss, man. I just forgetting words right now. But Will McClay messed it up. I mean, Fred Warner should have been the 17th pick. I think at that year, if you look back. Monica Pro says they didn't know Rush when he took over, so they were taken by surprise. Now he's old news. So she's faithful. Okay. Ram says, okay. In reality, I was worried about the Cowboys D since the beginning. The offense we all know falls on Dak, but the O line did not play with continuity. Saw them not passing players off correctly. But dang, where do you see Tyler Smith going? That's all we need to do is set the tone, man. Set the tone. Get Tyler Smith matched up against these guys, and that offensive line will just fall. I mean, Harv, how hard is it just to tell your running back stick behind 73?
Well, it's not that hard, man. Sometimes they get out of their own way. But going back to Ram's statement, he is right. They did have a hard time passing off defenders, but you also got to realize, man, like I thought they played pretty good overall. Other than I think Steele, he did okay, but overall, I think it's pretty good for them playing for the first time. Uh, so we'll see, man. I think they're only going to get better if they keep playing together. So I'm
Yeah,
optimistic about
yeah, and
those
I
guys.
think as we get we grow into our segments and whatnot. I think the one thing that what Ram says right there, the continuity. I think this offense needs to start gelling like quick, man. Like I mean, as fast as
Yeah.
possible. And we need a string of wins. I mean, not just this win. We need to string up some wins because week 9, Harv, damn, that's the one, man. I mean, Philly ain't no joke either, man. They're 5-0 also, Harv. That's very hard to do in the NFL nowadays.
Yep.
Uh Christopher Cantu 97. He goes, hey guys, the line is getting tired of Prescott. G Castillo says, I figure if we're gonna pay Dak and lose, it's the same as starting Lance. 80 says 80, obviously he doesn't appreciate football, right? He says two guys celebrating a block when the loss by 32. Typical Cowboy fans. Uh
Celebrating a what?
a block. Like he's saying, like the block that Tyler Smith had on Fred Warner when he made Fred Warner fly like 5 minutes. I mean, five 5 yards back. I mean, hey, it's very impressive.
Hey,
Obviously, we say our.
like as the Big Lebowski would say, that's like your opinion, man.
I mean, just go put on the tape, bro. The tape doesn't lie. Cowboys play like crap, and they
Yep.
got beat. But we did find some things that we can see that hey they can build off of. PJ says, "What's up, guys? I rest my case about Dak. When need a new quarterback that's hungry to win. Let's go, Trey Lance.
Again?
Yeah, that's already 4 Trey Lances. Alex Lopez says the team has lost confidence in Dak, and that is not good. Kind of like what he was saying earlier. Yes, I seen that by Black Mamba. She saw the uh
Way to go, Jerry.
yeah, way to go, Jerry. I saw it. It was an awesome edit. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pues what does NFL stand for? Nombre feo las.
Felonas, felonas.
That's
I
a good
like
one.
that's a good one.
I mean, you're putting out some things that we could put on
Yeah, man. T-shirts, bro.
t-shirts, calves, everything. I mean, shoot, you're gonna be our expert clothing brand. Black Mama says, "Here is my take. If Dak struggles in the first quarter, he needs to sit. I am sorry. I would play Rush first before Lance. I mean, I think that Trey Lance would still be in the same boat as Dak because it's a new offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ram says 4 sacks and 9 pressures, Harf. So he's kind of correcting me, right? I guess because of the continuity of the offensive line, what he was saying. And Adam, here's the deal: we put up a 40 burger each game going forward and win the Super Bowl. We can forget about this crap. Laughing out, let's go, baby.
That's gonna be hard, man.
It's Adam. Adam, it's kind of hard, man, because the one thing that, like we said, is we just need to see this offense build up, man, because offense has potential. It has the playmakers. Um, I think we're still gonna continue with the starting five, Harp. I don't think they're in the injury. I mean, the injury report's not obviously it's not like finalized, but I know we saw Tyler Biadasz get a little bit dinged up, but he came back into the game, started playing. We'll see, man. We'll definitely see, but I think that this offense needs to kick it into gear. Whoa, 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 I gotta hide myself. Settle down, Adam. I'll say, why you do that to Adam? Do and Adam says, do we have faith playing the Chargers, knowing the coordinator knows what we are capable of? I mean, Dan Quinn knows what he's capable of.
Look, man, at this point I'm not I'm uneasy about everything.
It's hard to eat the cheese on the Cowboys right now, man. The cheese tastes good before the 49ers, man. The 49ers came and stole our cheese and made us freaking eat their rotten cheese, man. Fernando, whoever the quarterback for the Cowboys, the first loss you get under fire, not just by Cowboys fans, but the world.
That is true.
So are you saying being a Dallas Cowboy is the most important regardless of position, but being a Dallas Cowboy is the most important team to the NFL?
Oh yeah.
Enough said. That's why we get all the hatred, right? I mean, it is what it is.
Look, man, when I win the lottery tonight, we could just probably try to buy him. I know Jerry said he'd never sell.
Laughing out loud, JP. We can beat the Chargers. To be honest, we have not played a complete game on both sides. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick, Harp. So Cowboys now have the 5th ranked defense in the NFL. Because the 49ers were able to put up 42 points on us. Our offense now falls from 11th to 17th ranked offense. Of course, it was a poor playing. But go ahead and give us those stat lines for the Chargers so we know what we are up against, statistically speaking. What did he say? CRF Fajardo says we need to get this dub this weekend. Not easy being a Cowboy fan in Cali right now. That's tough.
Oh man.
That is tough. I'm from Texas, man. Nobody's taking that easily. Do you have the Charger stats of
Yeah. What do you want to know?
what are their ranked? What are their ranked as far as offensively?
So offensively, they are ranked 5th in the NFL, averaging 388 total yards a game. And then for yards per game passing, they average about 269 and 119 rushing. They're ranked 5th total.
And they're averaging, you said 27.5, 27 and a half points a game?
Yeah, 27 and a half.
27 and a half points a game. And you said they are averaging
269 passing
and
119 rushing.
Defensively now. Let's go defense. Hey, Harv, can you believe the 49ers do not have the number one ranked defense?
I mean, Baltimore does technically.
Well, I mean, technically, the Browns actually have
I mean, they have a bye.
the Browns have the best defense.
I'd say Baltimore just because they had a bye. I'll get. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of yards.
No, the you know that the Browns are only allowing five. They've only allowed 500 passing yards,
What the? Oh, you're right.
and they only allowed 287 rushing yards. Look at the average. That's 125 yards
No,
passing on them, and 71 yards rushing
no,
against them.
you're right. They're averaging 196. They're giving up 196 yards on average a game.
They're only giving up 15 points a game too.
That's crazy.
Now the 49ers are they're right there, but they've allowed 1,013 yards passing, which is an average of 202 passing yards. And they've only allowed 321 rushing yards, which is 64.2, and they're giving up 13.6 points. Of course, I think there's a little bit of inflation going on, not just in our not just around the world, but I think with those numbers from one week to the other, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean they were averaging what 14 and a half points before the Cowboys decided to not do anything. But the Niners are not, their defense is not really what as good as it could be? Is that what the Browns are showing them?
Yeah. The Browns, man, they're kind of sneaky.
It's weird. The
Yeah.
last time they were what AFC North, there was what 2022 champs.
I don't know. We'll see.
Anyways, so this is what we're up against. We're up against a relatively the team that they get the job done. They're getting the job done, Harv.
Yep.
Are they getting the wins though?
No, they have what? They're 2-2 right now.
2-2. Cowboys still have a pretty good record, 3-2.
Crazy thing though is they're coming off a bye to
They are
play the Cowboys
And they're gonna be
on
at home.
on Monday night
But
at home.
I did hear that anytime the Cowboys go to LA, all you see is Cowboy jerseys galore. So it's actually a home game for the Dallas Cowboys in LA.
Yeah.
Martin. Don't get me wrong. I'm a lifelong fan, but then what we met the 49ers again in the playoffs, the game ripped their hearts out. Cowboys maybe win 2 more games this year. Martin. I don't know.
He's new, isn't he?
No. He's been around.
Oh, has he? Oh, okay.
Oh, look at JS Smooth on TikTok. Hey, go give him a follow, guys, on TikTok. JS Smooth. But our defense our defense gave up 10 points to y'all with a bunch of laughing emojis. Of course, like I said, that number got inflated from one week to the other. So the same. Numbers don't lie. Women do, men do. Adam says, did we cite somebody today to replace the Wolf?
Yes, we did.
We did sign somebody. Rashawn with 2 A's. Evans, former first round pick of the Tennessee Titans, pick 22 over on the first round. We are bringing him in. Harv, what was that interesting stat about him last season?
I think he led the NFL in tackles. How you in the streets and you led the NFL in tackles last year?
I don't know, man, but shoot, man. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, and it was so crazy, right? What was it like 156 solo? 159 solo?
Oh, combined it was 159. I'm sorry.
159, but still, I mean, just to get that off the streets, as it like you said, it's crazy.
Let me check that real quick just to validate. Maybe he wasn't. I think he was though. Let me check just to make sure.
Fernando says ranking doesn't matter. That just media to have storylines. You're right, Fernando, but we gotta play.
No, I'm sorry. He was 8th overall combined.
Top 10?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He says easy. Clay Cup says it's easy to extend Dak. Just just have him play with undrafted rookie players. Jeez Louise. Dak is not catching no breaks on the Cowboy Cast today. Of
He
course,
actually led the NFL in assist tackles.
in other words, he's a tackler.
Yeah.
Jose Bailly says, how much longer before the team turns on Dak Parsons and others on the team like the coaches?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, man. The feeling, that's what it feels like already.
It's kind of hard, man. It's very hard because um
Does it not feel like that? It feels like that. I know. I'm telling you, man. Because this is the thing. This is the frustrating part. Yeah, the Niners went all the way down the field and they scored that touchdown. But the Cowboys did their job and held them. And then the offense fumbled and gave them the ball there and they scored. So the offense couldn't get going, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, anybody that's played football, if you're doing your best to stop a team and you stop them, and your offense is not helping whatsoever, you kind of look at them on the other side like, "Come on, bro, are you gonna help me out here? Or are you gonna keep me on the field?" Because the Cowboys defense was on the field for 37 minutes.
they didn't give him a break.
I'm just saying, man. Like after a while, you get tired. You kind of look over to the other side of the bench, like, man, you about to? I need a rest over here.
I will say this. I will add to that. When no players are sticking up for you after a loss like that, I think that says a lot. And I mean, everybody's been hush almost. I know there's a couple people that still have his back. I know that Dak has always been a great leader for the team, a great human being. I mean, just all around, not only for Dallas, but all over the NFL. I think Dak is very well respected, but there's going to be a time where he needs to start putting this sucker into gear and start taking ownership over things. Eternal says, "Why are Dak laughing coming off the field when
I
he threw a pick?"
I'm not gonna lie, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. That like if I'm personally me, if I'm taking that pick, I'm furious, man. And I'm walking off the field as fast as I can to figure out what's going on. Like I'm upset. I don't know what that was about, man. I'm not gonna lie. That really got under my skin a
Yeah,
lot.
I think sometimes it's almost like Murphy's Law. I've laughed at certain things where I'm like, you start thinking everything could go wrong, and then things go wrong. It's like, damn, I can't catch a break. You know what I mean? So we can't be too fast to put that dagger in him, man. I mean, I know it's been 8 seasons, and I get the same frustration, and I hear it from my cousins, and I hear it from my father, and I hear it from my uncles. I mean, I hear it from everybody. I hear it from coworkers. I hear it from everybody. Black Mama says the hardest thing about being a Dallas Cowboy fan right now is listening to Stephen A. Smith. I don't listen to that hot garbage,
Hey
man.
man, he's crazy. I
Because he,
told you so. I told you so.
yeah, Clay Cup says because he's still rich.
Yeah.
Eternal Death
Yeah.
pissed me off when I saw him smiling. Damn.
It did, man. I'm telling you, bro. I was upset.
Eternal says there's no grass in LA, so we good. I think that,
Eternal.
I think that was
Hey,
I think that was a
gi-
thing this last year.
give a round of applause for that. I like that. I like that, Eternal.
I think there were actually I think there was an actual last year. If you remember, Harv, we were talking about this. The Cowboys have a better record on turf than they do on grass. If you remember that record, go Broncos, Augustine. Thank you.
Man, I go to get the man.
He goes. So what's their record this year? Now, are you asking about the Chargers? Because Harv said it was 2-2. Cowboys are 3-2. Eternal says Dak laughing is the turning point for me on him. I will never forget that. Damn.
I'm telling you, Jerry, that is not good.
Fernando says Evans, right? Rashawn Evans has something to prove then once he steps on the field.
I think he does, man.
And he's a Bama product too, man.
Because
So
he was like nobody picked him up. He was a free agent. They let him pick up his 5th-year option, I think. And then the Atlanta Falcons picked him up. And after that, he just was released and then picked up by the Philadelphia Eagles for the practice squad. And then 3 days later, they released him. So I ain't gonna lie, I would have something to prove too.
Eternal says, I'm starting to be sour on Micah. To be honest, that dude is all about himself. It's hard because the NFL is enabling him. Like, I think the NFL really likes Micah, man. For whatever reason, they're really helping him out. They're pushing Bleacher Reports, pushing out his own podcast. I mean, hey, if you can grab a bag, get your bag, man. Get as much bag as you can. JP, I agree that fumble hurts. Did I miss something by Jose about a fumble? I told you guys Purdy and Dak are not 40 million apart 10 days ago. Record sales for lighter fluid this past week to burn Dak jersey. Well, I just got a game. No need to take it to the extreme.
Adam, man, what I'm telling you, man, what is I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say it again. Adam, Jose, and if we were at the table, man, there'd be some. I think my cheeks would be sore, man, and my stomach would probably be hurting me because those dudes would probably make me laugh. They're funny, man.
Yeah. Remember, guys, the first bucket of Dos Equis on you guys.
Yeah.
Dos Equis Papi in the house.
Oh God, here we go.
And I know, Jose,
Here we go.
I keep seeing Dak walk right past McCarthy and leaves him talking to himself.
He does. He walks right by him. He's like, "Hey, man, what happened?" And he's just like walking away from him.
It's because you already know. I mean, once you mess up, you really need. I mean, just like if I imagine, for those that are married, you have your wife, and
He probably says something to ignore him though. Like, "Hey, man, you didn't see CD Lamb open on that one? No, okay, thanks. All right, go check it out on the what do they call it? Microsoft Pad or whatever."
oh yeah. It turns says our two L's this year was on grass. They slow. There's an actual stat line. Last year, I think we were talking about the grass and the turf thing, and yeah, the Cowboys have for whatever reason, even since the Carolina Panther days, hard for the teams to leave. Alex Lopez says crazy that in 2014 Russell Wilson threw 4 interceptions in an NFC Championship game, and the Seahawks still won. Food for thought. Hashtag hope. Like he's trying to be a joke, but he's not still. You know what I mean?
I look, man. I'll try not to laugh, but can you imagine that quote with Dak's face on a shirt?
It probably would sell against the decade.
That would,
Man, I'll tell you this. This last week, he made so many more people that were on the fence for him on his side. They're already off the fence.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
on. I feel bad for Dak. I really do because he's on his own now, man. I mean, Saltbox has been a while since I shouted you out. He says, when will Dallas fans begin to live in reality? We do. Cowboys got their butts handed to them on Sunday by the San Francisco 49ers. You see how I said that respectively?
Yeah.
I didn't say whiners. I didn't say San Francisco whiners. Did you hear me say that, Harv?
Nope.
What did I say? San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Not San Francisco whiners. You know what I mean? The whiners that are still in the chat. But we still love you guys. The record is 20-19 with one tie. We'll be back. Clay Cup says Jerry, love for Dak reminds me about my love for my most toxic chick in my town. Everybody knew is denial. Now I hope you're talking about Jerry Jones and not me.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody on TikTok said, "Man, I missed it. Hold on,
Dude, the chat in the TikTok section is lit.
So I gotta say something. I gotta say this because this is pretty funny.
I'm trying to keep up with them, but all of y'all.
Gene Castillo said, "My '88 jersey doesn't want to come out the closet. It's afraid of a high pass."
Damn, man! Everybody just taking shots at Dak, man.
These guys, man. These guys.
Be that channel that takes shots at Dak, man. I mean, shit. I mean, he did what everybody would do, man. He played good until he got his bag, and now he got his bag, and now everybody doesn't like him anymore.
We'll see.
Black Mamba says many times silence is the key. Dak knows he is not performing, and he's better. Do something moving forward. He better do something moving forward. I'm with you on that one. Thank you, Albert.
Oh, hey, hold on. That's my boy Albert, man.
Shout out, Albert. Thank you for joining.
Albert, the grave digger. Alapaki. That's him. That's my boy.
Gil Gamet says CD wants out. I don't blame him, man. I think everybody wants out of this freaking team right now. It's a very unstable situation. Albert says, should I start Tony Pollard? He's been below average last 2 weeks. I would say just don't start him against the 49ers or the Eagles right now.
Well, you know what? Their defense, I think,
The Chargers, you're saying.
yeah, the Chargers defense is, let me see. They're ranked 8th against the defense, so I don't know about that, man. But what are you laughing at, Jerry?
Jose Pais, Jerry, stop feeling sorry for Dak. He got paid and got worse. Put a bell. Leave it to Jose to break the ice, man. I mean, shoot, if you ever need a wingman, head up, homie, over here, Jose Pais, man. Internal, if we wear our blue jerseys while playing on grass, I'm going to turn the TV off and do laundry.
Hey, we're gonna get in trouble today, man.
Dude, I'll tell you
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Every time I see the Cowboys put on that blue jersey, I get scared, Harv. I get
Oh my
freaking scared,
god.
man.
Hey,
Like,
didn't we play in the blue jerseys to get Tampa?
yes, we did.
Okay.
I was scared though, man. When them blues come out,
Curse crushed.
oh man, when them blue jerseys come
That's
out,
funny, Eternal. That's funny. Can we save that? I'm gonna save that.
uh, Adam says we need a running back that can score in the red zone ASAP. I think we have him at
Hunter.
Hunter Lukey.
Yeah.
Adam says we all felt the same way Kittle's shirt did after the game. The shirt that George Kittle was wearing was said F Dallas. He's saying that's how everybody felt after the game. F Dallas, right? Adam, I agree. We need a running back that is willing to bang into the end zone. Jared Jose says that I'm in denial. Isn't just a river. Oh, denial. Okay, all right. Denial. My bad. My bad. We gotta get right with Jose, man. Jose gets you slipping. He be slipping, sliding. Yes, sir. Black. Yes, ma'am. Black.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Swag. What's up, bro? I was pissed off
Swag.
at the game when my cousin called me his team win.
Swag, you ain't got the answer, Swag. You ain't got him. Why did he change his name?
I don't know. No,
He used to be Swag, right?
Well, I mean, no, he came on as Junior Diaz.
Why did I call him Swag?
Oh, because on TikTok he's Swag.
Oh, that's right.
Clay Cup. Mike McCarthy had a dumb down the offense to avoid Dak to process progression. Seeing Smart Purdy made me envious. But it's hard when when your head coach can get a rushing attack going on any defense, Harv. It makes it easier for bootlegs, for play action, for the whole 9 yards. I mean, come on, we've all played Madden for how long, guys? I mean, how long have you been playing Madden? I mean,
well, we stopped like a couple of years ago, but we played when first Madden came out. Me and my brothers played a lot, like every year, all the way till probably 2019.
Yeah, but still, you would rush the ball to get the play action going. Let's go. Hey, look, Black Mama loves what Eternal said, right? Steven White, hi y'all.
Hi, y'all.
And he goes, they got lucky. Nada más. That's it. 49ers got lucky.
Yeah, okay.
It's a dot John on TikTok.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, which one?
The next one.
Albert, Tony Romo or Dak in their prime.
Ooh, you about to start something, man.
Dude, what are you guys trying to do, man?
Tony Romo or Dak in their prime.
We don't need that kind of controversy here on the Cowboys Cast. Damn. Shoot, man.
Ooh.
Bro, I was homo for Romo, bro. I really love that guy, man. Like, I love Tony Romo.
Can you imagine him with this team in his prime?
There's a chance every time, Harv. He beat the 49ers every time he played him, I think. I think he has an undefeated record against the 49ers.
Whew. I don't know. We'll see.
Romo may be better right now. Laughing my, he's laughing.
Wow.
Albert, I will take Romo by Black Mamba.
Oh,
Albert, I'll fucking
show.
go.
Oh man.
If what happened with the Eagles lost is what?
What if
What
the Eagles
happened
lose on Sunday? I speak swag. I already know what he's trying to ask.
is Mike Eternal says is Mike McCarthy actually watching film or is he just there for the snacks?
What the
I don't know if he's there for the snacks, but whatever he's drinking, it looks like it's very juicy.
what's wrong with Eternal, man? He like, hey bro, you need to write this stuff down, man.
Yeah. Comedy hour at the Elks Lodge on Wednesdays. No, I'm just kidding. There's no comedy hour on Wednesdays. Well, it does feel like a comedy show sometimes. Also, please, pause, dile Dak to play Madden and to see if he can read defenses there and learn something. There is some truth to that. I will say that,
Stop, man. Jerry, stop, man.
hey, I have nephews, man. I showed them how to play. I showed them cover two and all
Well,
that.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I really did show.
I get that. I get that.
I mean,
Just not an NFL quarterback, man.
it was 42-10 in the end of the third quarter before bench players came in. Statement. Even Brock Purdy got benched. Harf.
Yeah.
I wanted Breeze, not T.O. Like Drew Brees and not Tony Romo? Is that what
I don't know.
Romo would be awesome. Just don't touch the collarbone and spine. Laughing out loud. Oh, Raymond Orta say se quebró el chicken wing, or what do you say? What was the word that you would say? Se quebró el.
La ala.
That was funny, man. Eagles streak. Aaron says Eagles streak against the Jets is the longest undefeated streak versus any team without a loss ever. That's 13-0. Wow.
Wow.
But a lot. I mean, it's kind of hard, right? Because I think they were saying no team has gone what was it 6-0 back-to-back years. I think there's just a stat out there like that. He goes, we got a linebacker, Evans, yeah, and he was a first rounder too by the Tennessee Titans. Dak, Jose says Dak is what he says is
Dak is used to plays.
Is used to plays where you use sticks and bottle caps in the dirt to make up plays. Jeez Louise. Freaking what's the name of that movie with Adam Sandler as the quarterback that went to prison?
The longest yard?
Longest yard. All longest yard style.
Yeah.
Anyways, so look, we're already out of this, okay? We're done with the 49ers. Congratulations, 49ers. You guys came into town. You stole our lunch money and our lunch at the same time. Congratulations. We're on to the Chargers. Augustine says, I was playing Madden as a Cowboys and noticed the deep pass button wouldn't work. Jeez Louise.
Wow.
It's turned into a comedy hour here.
It is.
Did we sign Cooks for 5-yard passes and sweeps? Damn. Adam is frustrated too. Swag says, which name is better? The one on YouTube or my TikTok? I like this one, Junior Diaz. I like Junior Diaz, right?
Yeah.
Clay Cup says, pick your poison. I would rather have Kellen Moore back. Oh, damn.
Nah, I don't know about that.
We better win, Black Mamba. Let's get into our early. Who's been Harv? Do you have that off the top of your hand or off the notes? Who's been the main go-to guy?
Keenan Allen, man.
Keenan Allen.
He has 434 yards. He's leading all receivers for the Chargers right now. And then behind him is Mike Williams and then Josh Palmer.
But Mike Williams is done for the season, right?
Yep.
And it's Josh Palmer, not Quentin Johnson, the wide receiver for TCU.
Mm-mm.
Wow, and he looked like he had a great chemistry with the one of the highest paid quarterbacks, Justin Herbert, right? $52 million quarterback.
Yep.
How do you feel so far going into this game, Harv?
I don't feel good, man. And the reason I say that is because number one, they've had almost 2 weeks to prepare for the Cowboys. Number two, Kellen Moore knows a lot about this team, a lot. And probably three. The other thing that's bothering me is Mike McCarthy. This whole 20 hours in the facility. That means to me that he's very worried about something. If you're staying that long in the facility, if it's true, that means you're really worried. That's concerning, and it's concerning. Just so many things, man. This team, the way they folded, I don't know, man. Who's gonna bring them together? I don't know. We got to figure that out. Somebody's got to figure it out. Somebody better step up. Because I'll tell you what, some of the great teams that played, they always had that one leader that would rally them. We're not, and I always remember this. It was either Willie McGinnis for the Patriots that would get everybody together and talk to them, or Tom Brady, or Ed Reed would bring everybody in, or Ray Lewis. You remember those things. I don't see that with this team. When they're at the lowest and they needed that, they had nobody. So I don't know, man. I'm very worried about this game a lot. You got Khalil Mack. He's, I think, second in the NFL in sacks. He's got 6. This defense, they can stop the run. They're 8th in the NFL at stopping the run. Their pass is not so good. But look at our pass. We're not doing too well either. So that kind of concerns me. There's a lot of concerns, man. I'm not going to lie.
I can feel it too. I mean, especially like you said, Kellen Moore. I think if anything, he does smell like kind of like what a shark would, blood in the
Yeah.
water. And any team that the Cowboys are facing up next, they should just see if they can mimic what the Cardinals did or what the 49ers can do, right? Because I know the 49ers are a little bit more complex. Obviously, what the Cardinals did to us is what the Eagles can do. If they could do that to the Cowboys, then you get the Cowboys behind the 8 ball, and dang, it's just not good for the Cowboys.
Look, I will tell you, I think one of the better things that's going to help this defense, and I think it's going to happen because we have no choice. And then we talked about this earlier today, is that Micah playing linebacker. I think him being able to move side on a sideline, you can't deny him. You can't run from him. And I think you have all these rotation defensive ends to take care of the pass rush. I think putting Micah at linebacker to go sideline sign is probably going to help this team. And honestly, it's probably going to be a blessing that LVE. I hope he's better. That happened to him, so they're in this position to put Micah at middle linebacker, because that might be a blessing in disguise. And now you can pick and choose where Micah blitzes if you want on certain downs. So this might be better for us in the long run, actually.
I mean, Micah was drafted as a linebacker, Harv.
Yep.
Off-ball linebacker. It's just he's just a relentless pass rusher, though. And I know that there's been a lot of people asking, can Micah replicate Fred Warner? I think Fred Warner is a true linebacker, a really true linebacker. We heard Micah saying he was an edge rusher coming into Penn State, and they transitioned him to linebacker. We've seen success with Micah at linebacker. Um, but the thing is, you're really thin. I think you only have two. Was just Damone Clark and Malik Jefferson. And I mean, I know Jabril Cox has been playing his tail off, but he's still a safety, man. He's still a little bit undersized, Harv. I guess I mean I have heard that. Have heard this question I'm about to ask before we get off the air, right? Because it's already 5 o'clock somewhere. How many wins, Harv, before you start feeling confident in these Dallas Cowboys, man? How many wins do they need to string up before you feel confident about week 9 and beyond? It doesn't get easier. Week 17, we got to go against the Detroit Lions.
Uh, Honestly, man, at this point, I'm not so much. I'm not. I don't know about wins. I think it depends on how they win and how they lose if they do lose. If that makes sense,
Okay.
right?
Queen, shout
So,
out Queen. Queen's gifting us some gifts on
oh, I appreciate it, Queen.
yeah.
So I think to me, you got the Chargers, you got to buy. You got the Rams, Eagles. If they can go on, if they can somehow take care of the Chargers, the Rams, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Panthers, I think that would be enough for me, man. 4 wins going into the Commanders and Seahawks. I think I'd be okay with that. But that's going to be rough. The Rams are good. The Eagles are good. So I mean, this is tough, man. Like I said, I think it depends on how they win and how they lose.
Let me
I
ask
think
you,
I
what do you think is the worst case scenario for the Dallas Cowboys this season? Like as far as win loss ratio at this point,
the worst case,
worst case.
I think they'll probably go 10-7.
That's still playoffs. Stay NFC.
It just depends, man. Because what worries me is the NFC South.
Are you sure? The Saints look like shit, man. I'm sorry.
No, no. Is what I'm saying is because their division's not that good,
Oh, okay.
they might rack up.
Kind of like the way Tampa Bay did last year, and
So the Cowboys might find themselves looking outside in because that division is weak. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. But the Commanders aren't playing too hot either. I think they had a
No,
loss against the Bears. The Giants. For all those, no says you have wishful thinking, on TikTok.
wishful
So
thinking for what?
I don't know. He just put that
For
wishful
a
thinking.
10-7 season?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Uh, but but damn, you said 10-6,
10-7.
10-7. I'm sorry, 10-7. So that's worst case.
Because this is the thing: the Niners, Seahawks, and Rams. The Niners are 5-0. The Seahawks are 3-1, and the Rams are 2-3. And we play the Rams in 2 games.
Yeah, we do.
And then you got the Lions 4-1, Packers 2-3. Then watch. This is what I'm saying about the South. The Bucks are 3-1, the Falcons are 3-2, and the Saints are 3-2. Do you see where I'm getting at?
Yeah, it's very tight.
It's very tight. So if those guys go 11-6, then we might be out looking in.
Yeah, we're gonna be in that kind of like that situation where the Detroit Lions were at last year. Kind of,
So
you
we
know.
got to be very careful, man.
What's the best case scenario for the Dallas Cowboys win loss ratio?
Best case scenario, I would probably say,
Wishful,
honestly,
no, wishful thinking. Best,
wishful thinking.
yeah, wishful thinking.
Um, I would probably say 14-3. That's
Wow.
wishful thinking. They're gonna lose another one.
Alex Lopez, why were the Cowboys defensive starters playing late in the 49er game?
That's a good question.
Maybe they didn't deserve it, or maybe they didn't want to come off the field. It's one of the
They
two.
probably, yeah, they probably didn't.
Probably make sure. Black Mama says, Keenan Allen is the truth.
Yeah,
Gilmore needs to play better. She also says that, Stephon Gilmore. Um, I mean, it's so hard, right? Because I think that
yeah,
you start seeing players that are playing out of position sometimes. And when I say out of position, I'm saying like the way they normally would play. You got to see what is going on. Is there an injury, or are they trying to compensate for what they've may have lost, whether it be a step in their own foot or maybe a player that they had opposite of them. And I think maybe Stephon Gilmore is putting too much pressure on him. For whatever reason, I think the biggest thing that we were hearing is the regression of the safeties that we had, which are
yeah.
Sean Point are.
That it was pretty bad.
Jose Pais said, "We don't have any captains on this team, too many individuals." I mean, at this point, it's hard. It's difficult. Uh, I can see where you're coming from, Jose. Adam says, Dak throws an interception early this game. He's done mentally, and we're doomed. We need to have a backup plan sooner than later. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. I'm pretty sure that's what Mike McCarthy is talking about with Brian Schottenheimer and everybody, man. What do we do to get out of this mess? Black Mama says, no, McCarthy is really thinking about benching Dak. It's kind of hard, man. I think Dak is Jerry's guy, and like Harvey, you said it, Jerry doesn't like to be wrong,
Yep.
as I do, as I do too. Curse is the classic example of a bark slow and lining offside, man. Man, Clay Glove, you can't kind of aggressive there. Maybe we flip the script this year and peak later in the year instead of at the beginning.
That
Eternal.
is true.
We see some teams do it. I think Monica
No,
Pearl pointed that out with the what was it with the Giants? Didn't they go and they actually won the Super Bowl? Swag says, "How many games Eagles have to lose? I'm scared they're gonna win first place in the East. I think you can already count them as the favorite. I think they already are the favorite, right?
yeah.
Hoodlum,
Yo,
yo,
what's up, Hoodlum?
and Leah. Whoa, late. I'm sorry if I chimed in late on you. Yeah, Michael B. Our Fred Warner. I'd rather have that. Ooh, you know what?
Yes. Yes.
He does have the bravado too, Harv.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because Fred Warner's a tone setter. You know,
And see, even watching Evans film with Atlanta, he can play, man. He can play.
he really can.
So we'll see.
And well, fellas, have a good night. Last thing, at JA.
Have a
and
good night, Black Mamba.
have a good night, Black Mamba. And I agree, playing Micah at linebacker would help a lot because he can move around better and he can get triple teamed as easily. I mean,
Yeah.
it would open up some things. Maybe this is what the defense does need, man. Ultimately, to see Micah get in and out at linebacker. Why doesn't Dak use his legs to run? Take him off the Jordans and put them back on the Adidas. First person to actually notice the footwear, right?
Yeah.
And Javi, I agree with about Micah, right? Moving to linebacker. Michael Parsons, Albert says Michael Parsons needs to stop talking and play some football. I don't hear Fred talking much. Man, that guy talks a lot, bro. Like, well, he backs it up. You know what I
He
mean? That's
does back it up.
Eternal says, Micah, please push the mic away. The media is trying to make you a target. Boom. Thank you, Eternal.
Yep.
That's the better way of saying it. And Albert Warner just went off on his podcast and talked a lot. So what do you mean he doesn't talk a lot? That's what I was trying to say. Like,
He does.
I guess we're a little bit late to these comments, but
Yeah.
hating a Cowboys player creates more content than praising a Cowboys player. Wake up, Micah. True. NLM, being a low seated for the Cowboys won't be a good thing. Has he been on there?
No. Welcome, NL. Welcome.
It's not too late. If you're on TikTok, link is in the bio. Go ahead and come to our YouTube. Help us get to 1K. It doesn't cost much. Yeah, being low seated at Harv. I mean, you're gonna face the 49ers if
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
mean, well, you'll be on the route, right? I mean, you'd be on the route to face the 49ers
Yep.
being low seated. So yeah, it would be a tough pickle because the 49ers would probably get first round bye. I don't see anybody beating out the 49ers right now in the NFC. There's some teams that probably give them a good run for their money, but I don't know if they're gonna go completely undefeated. That's what I'm trying to say. You could talk after or when. Just saying, he's talking about Micah.
That is true, man. I don't like that Micah's doing that.
I mean, social media's changed, man. I mean, it wasn't like I mean, can you imagine we had Facebook when we were in high school? Damn. And Albert, you didn't say that. You said Fred doesn't talk much. You gotta be careful with Leah.
Yeah.
Firecracker. Another year of first round a playoff loss. Jose Pais. And picking like Hello says in the 18 to 24 mark where you're stuck with not the best hottest prospects. NFC West is tough. Alex Lopez, yes, it is, man. It has a little bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, it does.
The Cardinals are no joke, man.
They're not no joke, man. I don't care if they're losing them games. They're losing them games kind of close. With I'm not going to say no players because they have players on their team, but they really don't have all-stars on that team. I'm just saying.
No, you're right, man. You are absolutely right. Worst case is extend Dak and prolong the misery. If I click up. Aliyah, Cowboy fans are the worst. Cowboys will have one bad game and everyone thinks the season is over. And she's laughing too. I mean, it's hard, man, because that's the team you have to beat, Aliyah. I mean,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you got to give some of these Cowboys, especially like the people that actually go back and watch that. Dang, we got our butts handed to us. Eternal says, if we lose the Chargers, I want to tank for a quarterback.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not the only problem because if the Cowboys are low seeded, they are either going to Philly or San Fran in the first round.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
The worst case scenario. Queen, all I care about right now is a win on Monday. Laughing out loud. Me too, man. Did you guys gifts on TikTok? Hey, we really appreciate the gifts.
Oh wow. Wow, we got one rose, one TikTok J, ice cream cone, 10 roses,
We got
a
the heart.
finger heart,
I don't know
a
how to do.
donut, 30 donuts, and 20 perfumes. I don't know what all that means,
I don't know
but
how to do. I saw the hand heart. So hey,
yeah, the hand art. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks.
really do appreciate it. And if you're watching on if you're watching on Facebook, you guys can actually send a digital gift. Also, if you guys feel in your heart to do that, right? Because we all need new caps here. Two bad games. Internal says two bad games. That L Sunday hit different. It really did, man. Aaliyah says at Clay, you wouldn't say that to Curse's face though. Dude, JK really gets into people's
He
face,
does. He does.
man. It's crazy. Queen says a Leo facts, laughing out
Yeah.
loud. I'm still on the tank wave.
Todo, man.
He said it, bro. He's the first one to say it.
Oh, man.
And people love to call athletes out their name, but get real quiet if the athletes clap back. I mean, it's true, man.
It is true.
If people talk big online, act hard, face to face, then would run, laughing out loud. Good night, guys. Like always, awesome job. Go Cowboys. Jerry, please prenda la vela ASAP. You know what? Turn that sucker on, man.
We might need to do that, Jerry.
We need to, man. I think at this point, yeah, forget it. Raymond Orta, you're gonna have to mochete con
Yep.
otras. At Queen Facts, Eternal says if the last L the 49ers gets me this down image of how the players feel, I think the coaches will lose the locker room.
Ooh. Yeah, that is true.
Very
And
true.
that's what I'm trying to say, man. This game's scary. Uh-oh.
Looking forward to Seattle at Dallas. Good night, fellas. A grave digger out.
Yeah,
Oh,
grave digger.
uh, shout out to you, Albert. Aaliyah, the Cowboys aren't a bad team. Relax. It's week 6, guys. Relax. Got those lights up, Eternal.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Let's
Appreciate it.
go.
Appreciate it, man. That really helps the channel grow, man.
It
Really
does.
helps to push it out. And if you guys watch this on the replay and you guys stay all the way to the end, man, I admire you guys so much. And I hope we put on a good.
Push them likes, man.
Hey, let's get our subs up on YouTube, man. We want to have fun, man. Really have fun. We are the NFL's most hated game. I love you guys. The heart.
All
Aw,
right. She said it. She gave us the heart.
oh, you gave us a heart. Appreciate you, Queen. Really do appreciate
Appreciate
you.
it.
That's for you, Queen. I'm with Javier. Even if I lose, but compete, there's hope. Cowboys quit early. That's not what a Super Bowl team does.
That's what I'm saying. I'm okay with losing, but it's how we lose. So, yeah.
We got our butts handed to us hard.
Yep.
Micah ain't about to let this team sink or sob. Now, no quitting happening in this locker room. You know what? I think that's kind of the mentality. I think they're trying. That's why you hear a locker room so quiet right now. You know, Em says, let's say Cowboys don't make it to the championship game. What would be the next for the Cowboys?
I think the biggest thing that has to happen first is I'm being honest. I think Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones looks and Will McClay look at what coaches are available, and to be honest, are they better than what we have? And that more than likely would probably be a yes. And you look at what coaches, because to me, you got to look at it like this. If you keep being beat by a team, right? Why not join them? And what I mean by that is get one of their coaches from their coaching tree. I'm just saying, man. Look, this thing's starting to work. You got Kyle Shanahan, you got Mike McDaniels. These guys are doing really good right now.
You guys,
And then
Robert,
Salas left too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing pretty good with the Jets.
and you got to give a shout out to the Green Bay Packers head coach too. He was a part of the.
Yeah, that's right. So
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like that's what I would do if it was me.
I would say what would be next for the Cowboys is they just need to make sure they need to make sure that they get the right contract for Dak in place. That's the first
Yep.
and foremost thing. And then from there, I mean, you gotta find somebody that can set that tone for you long term. Build around Micah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's always a great thing to do. Jose Peggy says Michael Parsons seems to play when he wants to, and not. And what do you say? And that will help the defense, and Dak won't help the offense. Now what?
And that will not help the defense.
Yeah,
No, I don't know. I don't know about that statement, Jose. I think a lot of times Micah gets doubled and triple teamed, or they run away from him, so you really don't see a lot from him. They're starting to do that.
not to mention all the times he gets held too, which
Yeah,
is insane. Clay says they didn't quit in the locker room; it was on the field. True.
yeah.
At Clay, they were down 35 points. I mean, at that point, it's kind of hard. They took your they basically took your soul from you. Michael wanted the okay. Internal says Michael wanted the Cowboys brand. Laughing out loud, he doesn't care about the team. Jeez, Louise.
I don't know.
I mean, you know how they say actions speak louder than words, right? So I
Yep.
understand. They quit before halftime. Damn, Clay Cup's already he's ready. How much longer before Shanahan calls plays? I don't think he ain't going nowhere, man. Shanahan signed a nice hefty extension contract there with the 49ers. Queen says, I'm never washing my jersey again. We lost when I washed it. Dang, I hate it when that happens, man. Micah definitely cares about the team. He literally talked about how much he loves the Cowboys and would sacrifice anything for them. I've heard him actually being on record, even when he
Yeah,
was talk about this. Have you guys seen Micah's podcast? Yes, I
yeah.
think it's hilarious. I think
It's pretty good.
he's very entertaining. He's actually a football head. He's a football guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Queen said, Mike Aaliyah wants you to know that yes, she has. Swag, I'm back. How many games Eagles had to lose?
Jesus Christ. Swag. Killing me. OBS Junior 97 says, Yo, is that him on Rodney Woods is on? O2B Queen 11 from Heaven. No haters. I guess is she on Instagram too? She's going back and forth. That's not
Ooh,
her, is it? Queen? I don't know. Maybe it's a different queen. I'll take this one, Jerry.
go for it.
Aaliyah says Eagles have to lose 5 games in a row. That's to you, Swag. There you go. There's your answer, Swag.
It's is not that hard to see, you know what I mean?
Oh man, what?
Gene Castillo says, Sean Payton. Man, Sean Payton looked like he's dealing with hot garbage right now there.
Hey, make sure I'll subscribe. The chance to win this hat right here, not the specific one, but Jerry has the real one. One of one. All right. Make sure your email is public. All right. Have a chance to win. Make sure you like our channel. Have your family subscribe, share, your grandma, your sister, your cousin, boyfriend, husband, whatever.
Yeah,
Share it all, baby.
take their phones and go and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Clay Cup says, at this point, I'd rather have the Miami Hurricanes coach. Was he with Oregon?
Ooh, I think he was.
Also, but he said, when are we going to learn that talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words? Time will tell.
That is true.
Very true. I think that this is a good game for the Dallas Cowboys because it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. We already broke down statistically what we're seeing. Of course, when I actually get around to actually watching, they're all 22. I'll let you know what I've been noticing as far as their tendencies on the Sunday kickoff show, which I hope you. That Queen says that yeah, that is her. Junior Swag says I'm scared, but I'm at the same time the Eagles probably maybe want to win the NFC East this year. I mean, they find a way to win, so they're winners.
Yeah, they
But
do.
but they look like they look like they struggling to win some of these games. Adrian Garza says, I'm back. That's enough, right? Because we're still kind of getting over this little 49er phase that we're in. She goes, I was on Insta and saw you guys live. Yeah, we
Yeah.
make magic happen. We're just trying to get on all platforms. I mean, I will say this. Let me see, what are we at right now on we
IG.
IG? We actually have 1,900 people.
Ooh.
We're 100 away from 2,000. I don't know.
Wow.
I know. Only we had like a marketing genius to show us how to use all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like how to make money off of this stuff. We could quit our day jobs and do this full time, and we would be here all day for you guys at whatever time you want. Hey, it's not an easy matchup that the Cowboys have, but what would this win do for the Dallas Cowboys, Harv, and for the Cowboys nation in general?
I think it would kind of relieve a lot of doubt that everybody has right now, for the simple fact of obviously everything that happened, Mike McCarthy, the words coming out of the facility, Micah Parsons, Dak, all that, right? Not only that, but also you got to think they're going into the bye. So having a win going into the bye would mean everything. There's no way these guys lose and go into a bye. That's bad. Cuz then it's going to eat at you the whole time you can't even have fun on the bye. So that would be bad. They need this win, man. They need to win tomorrow because this road does not get easy. Now every from here on out they should count every time, but from here on out the games do not get easier. That was probably their easiest schedule of the season. It does not get easier from here on out.
It doesn't.
So they need to win on Monday, man.
Gene Castillo, can you? I don't know. Can you proofread? I mean, can you? The last comment he put on there. What did he say on
He
TikTok?
said, "Y'all boys are really good. Y'all deserve it and more." Dan Gene Castillo.
You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind these long hours for the actual community that we have here, man. I think you guys are really special. I think
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It feels good. It's almost therapeutic at times, right? Especially
it
after
is.
a 49ers loss like that. Um, name me one signing or extension this offseason that is paying dividends.
Ooh.
Terry still got smoked, man, but he was going against Nick Bosa too, the majority of it.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Eternal. We're so happy to get the core back that you know what I mean. Like the core, I mean, it just it looks uneasy right now. So I think to be fair, we got to give it at least to week 7 or 8 before we start really spearing people. Swag says if the Eagles lose, I'm going to laugh on Sunday. Jeez, Louise.
Swag, man.
That'd be good. What do you say? Eagles 5-1. Aaliyah says just win one game at a time. I think the issue is the Cowboys and Cowboys fans keep looking too far ahead, and that's what loses us games. Aaliyah, no, it's the players and the coaches that are losing us these games. We are doing our job by backing up our team. That's what we're doing. And shout out to Eugene Castillo. You're awesome.
Mm.
He says, as Dallas fan, we go through a lot of haters, but true fans are fans for life. I will die a Cowboys fan. Been a fan since before I was born. I like that. I like that before I was born, and I will watch you guys all day. Oh my gosh, man!
Awesome. Let's go.
Appreciate that, Monica Pearl. Yes, at Queen, she'd like to comment. Tyler Smith put Fred Warner on his behind. I know, Aaliyah. Go to the Instagram and check out that thing is going crazy, man. Let me see how many views does that little clip, and it's a little second clip.
Um,
You know what I mean? Let's see here.
let's see.
So when you view the insides, that clip has 182,598 views. It's been like 9,479 times. There's 434 comments. It's in 5,040 DMs and it's been saved 426 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah, go to the Instagram and go see it and be a part of the chit chat. It's crazy. Everybody's protecting Fred Warner. And that's because I gave a shout out to Fred Warner personally. I was like, hey man, Fred Warner's a beast. He should be defensive player of the year. But
Yep.
for Tyler Smith to put him on his butt, it says that you do that a couple times to Fred Warner, you're gonna tire his butt off too. Overshawn was our Warner.
Ah, man, I can't believe he went down, man.
Why do you have to bring up old things, man?
Yeah, for real.
Eternal, I miss Overshawn and Diggs so much, man. And then you got Diggs too, man. What did she say? I gotta check it out after this live for show.
Yeah.
Eternal says Tyler is only bright spot this season so far, and not only that, but I think he's a foundational player for your offensive line because obviously going forward, I think that the Cowboys are going to have to really solidify this offensive line. Harvard got a lot of aging players, Tyrone Smith, most importantly, and of course Zach Martin. I mean, think Terrence Steele and Tyler Biadasz, I think are definitely in the future of the Cowboys offensive line. Tyler Smith, of course. Um, Fred Warner got. Jose, please. Well, let's see what the game plan looks like this week. Will it be receiver friendly, Dak friendly, or McCarthy friendly?
Hopefully, it's Cowboy fan friendly.
Yeah.
But they're gonna stop this run, so it's gonna have to come on Dak's shoulders. Their passing defense is not very good. That's what's gonna have to happen. So we'll see.
G Castillo's freaking out with what Queen says. Wow, what a DNA. Your blood is really blue. And Alvin Gomez wants to remind us 42-10, guys.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You know what? And I understand what Jose is saying about McCarthy friendly, because I think this is a McCarthy friendly office that he's calling. Air that sucker out. Don't be playing scared. Elio says Tyler Smith is number 1 when it comes to offensive line, and Trent Williams is number 2. That's crazy. Right? Hey, it's a tough matchup we have up against us. Harv, you're saying a win will help us out because we can get into the bye.
Yep.
Get it up, feel good, clear our mind.
That's it, man. We got to win on Monday.
How about the Cowboys?
Well, that's it for us, guys. It was a beautiful Wednesday. We still got 9 people hung on with us here on YouTube. Got 8 on TikTok. We appreciate it. We will be back live Sunday kickoff. But make sure you subscribe to all the social medias. Keep up to date, because Harvey has his Thursday night. I forget what the name of it was called.
I just have my Thursday nights with the crew at TikTok, man. We get together, I go live, and we just sit and watch the game, man. That's all we do.
What should I say? How many teams in the NFL that don't have Super Bowl wins? Current NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl. There's some teams that haven't even been to a Super Bowl. She's right. Aliyah, the bye will help us if we win Monday. I think it'll just help us in general, because I mean we do got some injuries that we got to get back. 2 years in a bucket. And look, Queen says Cardinals.
Oh wow.
Cardinals, Falcons, Bills, Panthers, Bengals, Browns, Lions, Texans, Jaguars, Chargers, No, I think the Vikings have been. And the Titans.
No, who did not
won a Super Bowl. My bad. Yes, this is a correct statement right here. What she got? Thank you, Queen. All right, anything else before we get off?
That's it, man. Thank you for supporting the page. Share, like, get us to 1,000. Don't forget about the cap giveaway. Other than that, man, we appreciate the fan. We love the family. We're everybody's family here. Appreciate it. We're here for y'all, and keep it real.